What's up, two-time family? We are back with another video, baby. Yo, today we're gonna be doing something a little different. We gotta work on the wife's car. We gotta figure out what's going on. I'll tell you guys the story as soon as we hop in it. A lot of Crown Vic content is coming soon. I know that that's what you guys want to see, but y'all bear with your boy, man, because other things are more important, like my wife getting to work and back home safely, and the car not breaking down on her like it did the other day. So we hopping up in the Acura right now, guys, and I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on. All right, y'all, so right now we are on the way to AutoZone, and we are gonna get the alternator tested for this 2006 Acura TL. Long story short, last Friday she was on the way home from work and the car broke down on her on the side of the road, and luckily I'm not working right now, so she was able to call me and I was able to come and assist her. And you know, man, folks nowadays are just getting crazy about a day, so you know, you don't want your loved one stuck on the side of the road. Also, my son was in the car, so we definitely want her to have some reliable transportation. I do want to throw out there to you guys that always check your engine bay. Make sure that everything is tidied up, because you never know, you know, parts like the parts will work themselves loose, or something may break and then you just don't know, and then other things start to break as well. But if you guys can see, the battery light is flashing from time to time. As you guys can see, it's popping on and off right there. I did change the battery yesterday. This is a brand new battery in the car and it's still having this problem. So there can be a few things that's going on with that, and I'll let you guys know soon. But also, we got something in this box that is very necessary that I will be putting on today in this video. Something else that, like I said, just popping the engine bay, just realizing that something else was broken, and that could have caused a major issue down the road, possibly having to buy a whole nother car. And I'm thankful that the car led us to battery trouble, but I'm not thankful for her getting stranded on the side of the road. Like I said, it wasn't a unfortunate event because she wasn't out there alone. I was able to come straight out there and tidy up the battery cable. That's what was wrong with the car. The battery cable was not tight. It was loose. The positive and negative cables was kind of loose, so it wasn't getting a good connection. So the problems can be, whenever your battery lights are coming on, it can be a lot of things, but the main things, you want to check your battery post connections. You want to make sure that the wires aren't frayed. You want to make sure that your clamps are tight and that you aren't missing any kind of prong on it. You also want to check your serpentine belt or your timing belt, whatever drives your alternator. You want to check your battery as well to make sure that you have a full charge on it. This vehicle doesn't have a battery gauge, so you know, you gotta, I guess, test it yourself. You wanna, like I said, test your alternator, make sure that it's holding voltage and it's not dropping loads. And you also wanna check your tensioner pulleys to make sure that your belt isn't slipping around the alternator, because anytime that your belt is slip around the alternator, it'll cause it not to spin like it's supposed to, so you aren't getting the voltage that you need to be able to drive the vehicle. Yeah, this car completely clunked out on her, guys. Like I said, we just came out there, tidied up the battery post, which I'm hoping that it didn't just fully kill the alternator off. So I'm at AutoZone right now, and we are definitely about to do an alternator test. So if you guys don't know how to do that, I will show you guys what they do, and I'm gonna also get a meter for myself, so you know, I'm constantly building with my tools and any kind of measurements and things that I need, so I could be able to service my own vehicles and do all the work myself. So yeah, guys, stay tuned to see what's in the box and to see the reason why this needs to be replaced and what could have been very detrimental to this car's life. So y'all stay tuned. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. And look, y'all, what y'all always want to do is find a good auto parts store with people that you can trust, that know what they doing. And this is my guy right here, Kareem. He don't mind being on camera, man. He actually be, you know what I'm saying, commenting and watching my vids also, so I appreciate this guy right here. So right now, man, what he doing, he is testing the battery.
550 cold content. Well, we already tested that. Go straight to the front. Battery's low.
The battery's low?
Yeah, so we're not going to get a good read from the alternator because the battery is too low right now. Okay, you been running your car yet?
I drove it earlier today, but it was only here and back home. Then it's been sitting for about 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, you notice it's not even close to 14, so your alternator's not doing anything. It's not charging the battery.
It's not charging. Jesus, man. Alright, guys.
That should be fairly easy though to change.
Oh yeah, I actually changed the alternator one time before. So.
Is it under warranty?
I hope so, man. That's what we're about to check out. So.
Yeah, go ahead, cut the car.
Alright. Yeah, guys, got some bad news. My nightmares are coming true again. Got to spend more money. Just spent money on a battery yesterday that I probably didn't even have to spend money on. But me just being me and trying to get the car back out there on the road and making sure everything is good, I probably would have needed a battery anyway. So it's always money. So basically what he did, guys, he tested the battery. The battery wasn't charging up, and that's what the alternator and the battery does. The battery is here to start the car and start the car only. Your car runs off your alternator. Your alternator keeps your battery charged. So he linked up the cables to the battery and the battery wasn't charging, so it had low voltage, and that means that the alternator isn't doing anything. So I'm gonna be right back. We're about to check and see if I got this alternator under warranty, and then we gonna go from there. So there will be a alternator changing video very soon. So y'all guys hanging there with me, and I'll be right back. All right, gang, we on the way to the crib. So I did have a limited time warranty on this alternator when I replaced it back in 2016. So they are allowing me to take the alternator off at my house and then take it to them. They done already put it in the system. It's being replaced, so the only thing I gotta do is just go and pick it up. But it is like 2 counties over where I used to live, so I'm gonna do all that stuff tomorrow because we're losing a little bit of daylight today. I gotta go ahead and fix what's in this box here that you guys can see. So I'm gonna get that taken care of, but that alternator will be a video for tomorrow. Hopefully I can drop this video tonight. And yeah, so it'll be a part 1 and part 2. But yeah, guys, long story short, before we get to the house and see what's in the box, if I would have been checking the battery cables and everything for this car, man, this alternator situation would have never happened. So good rule of thumb is that if you guys don't want to be forking out money for your car, because don't think it can't happen to you, that's just how I've been thinking lately too. Oh man, you know, that stuff should be good. I replaced it like a couple years ago. All that stuff should be good, and I ain't checking up on it and stuff. But whole time freaking battery cables are loose, and it just killed the alternator. The way now I gotta change it out. But like I said, luckily, yo, I try to get a lifetime warranty or like a limited lifetime warranty for everything that I buy. So don't cheap out, because if you do, you're gonna end up paying a price later on, and you're gonna wish that you would have got that warranty. So I'm looking up right now with a lot of parts and stuff that I'm buying and replacing. Yo, I done already bought them one time before and then replaced it, but I had like a limited lifetime warranty or the lifetime warranty on it. So without further ado, y'all, we are back at the Mi Casa Su Casa, and we're gonna see what's in the box. Go ahead and replace that, and I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm replacing it, but y'all gonna see that it's very obvious. If I just would have opened up the engine bay and, you know what I'm saying, always observe and everything that's going on besides little parts that I'm replacing, I need to observe the whole deal up underneath the hood instead of just focus on one thing. So yeah, man, y'all sit tight and let's get this thing cracking. So just by looking up underneath the engine bay of the 2006 Acura TL, I'm gonna roll through it slowly, see if you guys can see anything out of the norm. I know that this is out of the norm, so I'm replacing that. I'm gonna go to the junkyard and get a whole nother reservoir, but right now that's not a huge issue. But let's go through one more time and up. Look at that. What do we have here? Air intake hose has a freaking slit in it. And how I missed that? By not looking up underneath the engine bay like I'm supposed to be doing. Thinking that the car and everything is running fine. I always ask her, you know, is everything running fine? And she always tells me the truth. But you know what I'm saying? This right here could have been detrimental because it's dragging trash and dirt and debris past the filter. So this is unaccounted for air to begin with. So it's probably making the motor run like trash. And then two, it's dragging trash inside. So I don't know how long that's been like that. I want to assume it has not been like that for long, because as you guys know, I did change the spark plugs on this car a couple months ago, or maybe like a month and a half ago, and I did not see that. That would have been one thing that I would have caught like right off the bat. So yeah guys, I'm gonna let y'all guys know what we need to get started with. As you all know, you always want to take the positive off in the battery, because I am disconnecting wires and everything and sensors. So you always want to disconnect your positive to your battery anytime you're doing any kind of work with your car. So let's get started. So with the positive disconnected to the battery, this is what is in the box. It is just another air intake hose, a OEM. Take it out the pack so you guys can see. It is a OEM. So that's that piece there where you see that hose connected, and the wire just goes through there just to hold it in place, as you guys can see right there. So what I'm gonna start with is to take the positive off to the battery. It is a 10 millimeter. This is also a 10 millimeter, but I'm going to take this sensor off, or just unplug it. The only thing I have to do is unplug it, so I'm not gonna unscrew that and mess with that. So sometimes just look at what we got first and just analyze to see what would be the easiest way to start taking things apart. So I could just disconnect this somehow, but I believe that I will have to get up underneath here, so I don't want to tear anything up. So I'm just going to take this whole assembly off. So I'm going to take this 10 millimeter bolt, unloosen that. I'm going to take this sensor right here out. I'm going to take this clamp off, remove the hose out. And then there are 4 screws that is holding the air intake box down, and then everything should just come right out. So I'll show you guys what it looked like when I got everything taken off, and then we're gonna assemble the new part. The whole air intake system is removed. As I was saying, just unclip this sensor wire here, pinch this clamp here, pull the hose out, and there are 4 screws that go around the box, and that should be about it. Also that 10 millimeter. So this is the new one here. I've taken all the hardware off. There's a ring right here, if you guys can see that little silver beaded ring that I've taken off the old one. This goes here at the bottom, so I'm gonna end up having to push that ring up one more slot, slide this over, and then pull the ring down back at the slot that it's in right now, so that can clamp tight and no air leaks. And then this old clamp right here is back up there as well. I don't know why it's not focusing tonight, guys, but you know, just bear with me. You guys get the gist. So we about to assemble everything back together, and I will let you guys know how the car is running when I get everything seated and tightened up. So stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have everything assembled back together. As I always say in all my videos, the same way you take something apart is the same way that you reassemble it, just in reverse order. So we have everything tightened back up. Car started up very nice, ran very well. Still have to change this alternator tomorrow, so that's gonna be a separate video for you guys. I'll show you guys how to change one on a Acura / Honda. These are Honda products, so it'll be the same for you guys. And as well, if I can give you guys any tips or tricks for anything dealing with a car, is always check the main stuff. Also, just look around your engine bay, make sure you ain't got no leaks or anything. Make sure you ain't got no counter cracks or anything up in your hoses, the same way that I had with my air intake hose. That's something that really don't, I mean, it draws heat from the engine, yes, but it doesn't have any kind of coolant or anything running through it. So you wouldn't think that that thing would like crack like that or split like that. But you know, anything's possible. So if I was to have checked that earlier off, then, you know, I probably could have caught that or whatever. And also, if I would have checked my battery post early off, I wouldn't have had to be changing my alternator now. But you know, things happen for a reason. You live and you learn. So yeah, with that being said, be on the look for part 2 tomorrow. I will have a lot more daylight, a lot more time to talk to you guys and actually show you guys how to take an alternator off and put it back together. So yeah, 2-Time Moto TV out. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Comment below. Next time, peace.